Hello, so today I'll be walking you through a beginner-friendly Scratch project. In this project, we'll be focusing on an autumn-themed gratitude animation. For this animation, we will need just a few repetitive blocks as well as some events. So this is a very easy project to get started, and you will also have some nice coding challenges at the end if you want to take your project up another level. And so to get started, you will need to sign in to Scratch to save your work. If you don't have an account, that's okay. You can easily make one, or you can just play right on the Scratch without creating an account at all. So to get started, I'm going to show you the animation and then I'll walk you through step by step. So for this, again, it's a gratitude animation, so you will be interacting with the user. And by that, I mean the character that we create will be saying, responding with me, the user. So I'm going to start with clicking my green flag. And so as you can see, the character is sending a message and now it's leaving an open box for me. I'm the user, I'm replying back. And then that's the basics of the animation. So in this animation, you saw there was a backdrop change at the beginning. There was a say block, an ask, which is interacting with the user, being me, more say, so more conversation and interaction, and then another backdrop change. So to do that, we're going to take a few different steps. So go ahead and get your Open Scratch account ready. And first, we're going to delete our cat sprite. So over here on the right-hand corner, you'll see the scratch box with the sprites. There's a nice little cat. Go to the trash can. Go ahead and click that trash can to delete the cat. Next, still within that sprite box, go down to where you see the face of a cat. If you hover over it, it'll say choose a sprite. Go ahead and select. So here you have your full selection of sprites or characters. Animals, people, fantasy, dance, music, sports, food, fashion, and letters. So you can choose any type of character you want from this. You can be an actual kind of person. It could be a fantasy character. It can be an animal, whatever you want. So I'm going to pick for this demo, probably a character. Here it is. I'll pick Noah for this. So to make sure you have at least one character interacting in this animation, you can pick as many as you want. If you're having more of like a friends type gathering and you want to show them interacting with each other, you might have 2 or 3 different characters. And so for this character, I want him to do a different position. So to do that, I'm going to change his costume. So I'm going to go to the left-hand corner of my screen. Over here, there's 3 blocks that says code, costumes, and sounds. I'll click on costumes. And I'm going to use B. So number 2 is going to be New B, his costume 2. And then I'm going to go back to my code, and there I can keep working. So there you can kind of select different costumes, even if you want to take it up a little bit with your animation and even do costume changes from the beginning of the animation to the end. That's where you would go to do that. So next we're going to create our backdrop. So our backdrop is this white space that we have now. So we're going to make something cool in the background. So coming back to our sprite space, there's going to be a little picture next to the cat. If you hover over, it says choose a backdrop. Go ahead and select it. And for this one, I'm going to be doing 2 backdrops. The first one's going to be blue sky. And the second, I'm going to create a custom backdrop that you saw at the end of the animation that popped up and said Happy Holidays. So we'll be painting that one. So take a few moments, pause the video at any time if you need to kind of catch up or do your own kind of coding and custom backdrops or characters, and then hop back in when you're ready. So now that we have our backdrop, I'm going to set my character. So I'm going to change the size. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and also bring him down a little bit right there. So you can place and move your characters however you want. You can change the size, the rotation, direction, all of that right here in your sprite box. So next, before we move on, I'm going to create my backdrop that's going to show at the end of the animation that's going to present the Happy Holidays. So to do that, I'm going to come over here to my backdrop stage. So right in the corner, you'll see it says stage. Click on the backdrop. So now it's highlighted. Go to backdrops in the upper left-hand corner. And now you see your two backdrops here. So the first one is the blank one that we started with. The second one should be whatever backdrop you added. And then now we're going to add another one. And I'm going to actually paint on top of backdrop 1. And you can even name it. So I'm going to name it to HH for Happy Holidays. And then now you can paint and create whatever kind of welcome banner or closing sign that you want. And you can just kind of play around with the painting tools here and kind of find something that you like. I'm going to use the text tool next to type out my message. Trying to find a nice color. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do a text, and I'm going to do that color, and let's do a dark brown. So I'm just typing my text in. Happy holidays. And from here, you can move it around on the screen. You can also change the size of it. Perfect. So that's where I want mine to be. So I'm just going to keep it pretty simple, but I encourage you to make it as creative and fun as you'd like. You can even add, different letters and other fun decoration and backgrounds to that. So when you're ready, we're going to go back to the coding tab. And we're going to create more sprites. So this is super fun too, where you can be super creative as you paint new sprites. If it's not your first time using Scratch and you are a little bit more experienced, you can even upload maybe some fall photos if you want to add some extra touches to it. But for now, we're just going to paint some leaves on, as you saw in the demo. So I can show you that once again. So these leaves here that I have, they don't have any code because they are, open for challenges for you guys to add on your own, but we are going to paint them together. So to make them, we're going to go back to our cat sprite where we added our first character, but don't click on choose a sprite. We're going to go up into where it says paint. Go ahead and select paint. And from here, this is where the real fun begins, is you paint any extra decorations or sprites or leaves, trees, any kind of fall theme that you like. This is the place where you're going to make them. And if you're making more than one of them, you can do whatever variations you want. For me, I'm going to do 3 different leaves, and then I'm just going to duplicate them. So it makes it a lot easier so I don't have to spend too much time painting them individually. So since it's already on the brown, I'm just going to leave it at brown, go to my paintbrush, and just kind of paint. It's a little tricky when you're doing it on a computer. It doesn't come out as smooth as you'd like it to, but that's okay. Perfect. And then I'm going to make it a little bit lighter on the inside. So you can just kind of make it however you want. Maybe it looks like a leaf, maybe it doesn't, as long as you have fun. Okay, so as you're going through, just again, taking your time, making as many different backgrounds and leaves and just fall decorations as you like. And whenever you're ready, we'll go back to the code section. So for this demo, I'm just going to make one leaf and just duplicate it for you guys so you can see how to do that. And then so I'm going to place my leaf. I want it to be here. And so if you're making leaves and you're following along with me and you made 2 to 3 different colored leaves, as in the demo here, how I have 3 different colors, we just simply duplicate them to make more. So with that sprite selected, go ahead and right click and then select duplicate. And so there you see you can duplicate it as many times as you'd like. So if you made one tree and you want to maybe do like a row of trees or a couple of trees in the background, you can duplicate them and even change the size of them. You can even go through back in your costumes and change the color of them too. So see, I want this one to be a little more like pinkish red, I can come in and just drop that in like that. So now I have a whole new color and I didn't have to paint it all over again. So it's just a really easy and fun way to save time. There we go. Do a green one. We can do another green one here. Perfect. So once you have all of your decoration and background in place through your sprites, go ahead and place them on your screen how you would like. So with the leaves are kind of all jumbled together, so I'm maybe going to move some over here, move one over here. Yeah, move another one there. And you can also, again, change the size of these. Like I'm probably going to make them up, some of these a little bit smaller and have them kind of more floaty. Let's do this one. So now they're different sizes. I can also change like the orientation and direction of them. So by flipping them in the costumes or changing the direction here. So maybe it's like going that way. And then I can move it. So there's a lot you can do here. So take some time to play around with them. Kind of get it set up. I like that direction. Get it set up in a way that is super fun for you, that you're really enjoying. And that'll be fun for your friends and family to play as well. So once you get your leaves, background trees, whatever else you've added to the animation, now we're going to start coding our character. So go ahead and select your character that's going to be causing the interaction. And we're going to start with an event. So our events are going to be found in our coding blocks, which are on the left-hand side of our screen. So it's going to start with the blue motion, and it's going to move all the way down to the pink blocks. So we're going to go to our events first, our yellow bubble events, and these are all of the events, which mean when you start your program, you're going to be doing one of these events to make it run, whether that be when flat clicked, pressing the space key or some other key on your keyboard, when you're clicking that sprite in particular, or switching backdrops. So for this one, we're going to do our when flat clicked. Next, we're going to do our switch backdrop. So when our animation first begins, I had it on the blue sky, and that's where I want it to start. So I need to set it using the code block to make sure that every time the animation begins, it starts on the blue sky. So to do that, I'm going to go to my purple looks, and I'm going to grab switch backdrop 2. And it's already on blue sky, so that's perfect. Next, I'm going to start the animation for the interaction. So still in the purple looks, I'm going to grab say hello for 2 seconds. And I'm going to change that to a custom message, which I have. Autumn is my favorite season, so I'm going to change it to that. And in this box, you can add whatever interaction you'd like, whether you want it to interact directly with the user or you want it to be as the character is you interacting with the user. So take some time to get your thoughts and figure out what you'd like to put in your bubble. And just keep in mind that this is a gratitude project. So maybe something that you're grateful for, that you like or really enjoying right now. Okay, perfect. So once you have your first say, now we're going to do an ask, A-S-K, ask. And this is going to allow the user to interact with your character. So to do that, we're going to go to our blue sensing bubble. We're going to grab an ask and wait. We're going to drop that right underneath our say block. And in your space, you can do whatever question you'd like. So for me, I'm going to put, what are some things that you are grateful for? Perfect. And then next, I'm going to reply back with the interaction. So I'm going to go back to my purple looks. And I'm going to pull out 2 say blocks to give my interaction. So this is, the first one's going to be a reply back to the user. Oops, there we go. And then the second one is going to be my closing. Okay, so for your interaction, your interaction are the say and ask blocks. You can make this as in-depth and grand as you like, or you can keep it relatively simple. So that really depends on how much you want to interact with your user. So for the demo, I have selected just to have one question, but you can have several questions. You can have a whole conversation or dialogue with the user. So you want to make sure that you do it in a way, however you like it. Okay. So once you have as much interaction and dialogue as you like, we're going to kind of close off this code block. By doing that, we're going to switch our backdrop to our happy holidays, and then we're going to stop all. So the stop all is going to allow all of the code that's running to stop running. And so we're going to go to our next backdrop. So coming in our purple looks, we're going to do next backdrop, pull that code block out, and then we'll go to our control, our orange control, and we'll scroll until we see a stop all. Perfect. And then when you're ready, go ahead and run your code. Awesome. So it worked just as I thought it would, and it looks really cool. So now that you've got the base down for this project, I invite you to do a few extra code challenges to make this animation really come to life. So with your leaf sprites, so if you did do the leaf sprites as I did, I invite you to play around with some movement blocks. So going into your blue motion as well as your events and control, and seeing if maybe you can add some animation and some movement to your leaves as an extra coding bonus. Hope you have fun with this project.